This is Tulung Podcast number 90. Number 90, I believe. Number 90. We're still here for some reason. And we're live. Proof. And the pudding. Announcements. I don't have any. I thought I had an announcement, but it's actually next week, not this week. Inquiries. Thoughts on Android locking down its operating system later this year. Okay, according to keepandroidopen.org, in August 2025, Google announced that as of September 2026, it will be no longer possible to develop apps for the Android platform without first registering centrally with Google. This registration will involve paying a fee, agreeing to Google's terms and conditions, providing government identification, uploading evidence of the developer's private signing key, listing all current and future application identifiers, what this means for your rights. Elevating Android security to keep it open and safe. Thoughts? I mean, I'm an Apple user. I've never used an Android in my life. Or owned, rather. Or been a daily driver of. Open environment that allows bad actors and makes it harder for them to spread harm. Early participants will also get an invitation to an exclusive community discussion forum, priority support for these new requirements, the chance to provide feedback and help us shape the experience. You may also need to upload official government ID. Hold on. So this is the website, Keep Android Open, right? In order to be installed on certified Android devices. Okay, now the gravity of this is a bit bigger because I know now that Android users overwhelm iOS users in 2026. But we encourage all developers who distribute apps on certified Android devices to sign up for early access. This is the best way to get ready and stay updated. The experience will be available. Step 1, verify identity. You will need to, non-negotiable. Provide and verify personal details like legal name, address, email address, and phone number. If you're registering as an organization, I don't know what this is. You may also need to upload official government ID. Prove you own your apps by providing your app package name and app signing keys. We're committed to keeping Android open. We recognize, for student and hobbyists, hello Marquise Collins 2122 or 2122, either one. I'm currently looking at Android. There's a petition to keep Android open. Whatever that means. Rank these hardest platinum: Wolfenstein 2, Crash 4, Super Meat Boy. Rank these platinum trophies by ascending difficulty. Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, and Super Meat Boy. I will marinate that idea as I proceed with the podcast. Good question. Android developer console. Verification opens. The requirement... Okay. Timeline. Keep Android open. September 2026, right? Without first registering centrally with Google. Okay, there is some clarification with that statement. As of September 2026, it will no longer be possible to develop apps for the Android platform without first registering centrally with Google. That only applies to 4 countries. According to the Google developers timeline, that requirement applies to 4 countries, but 2027 and beyond, there will be a continued rollout. Brazil, Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand. Go Indo mention. Nice. At this point, any app installed on it, so there's still a grace period for the rest of the world. But, but what are the implications with that? What does this imply? You, the consumer, purchased your Android device believing in Google's promise that it was an open computing platform. Is Google an... okay, wait, hold on. I did see... Let's Control F open. We're committed to keeping Android an open platform for you. We recognize that your needs are different from commercial developers, so we're working on a separate type of Android developer console account for you. If that's true, then hobbyist developers, student and hobbyist developer, you, the consumer, they'll and that irrevocably blocks this right and leaves you at the mercy of their judgment over what software you are permitted to trust. You, the creator, can no longer develop an app and share it. The creator, I assume, is a hot student or hobbyist developer, right? I am just trying to reconcile the information between the website and this website. This is what was mentioned to me. But Google clearly feels that they have enough of a lock on the Android ecosystem that they can now jettison this principle with prejudice and impunity. You, the state, are ceding the rights of your citizens and your own digital sovereignty to a company with a track record of complying with the extrajudicial demands of authoritarian regimes, such as to remove perfectly legal apps that they happen to dislike. The software that is critical to the running of your businesses and governments will be at the mercy of the opaque whims of a distant and unaccountable corporation. I am going to chat GPT this because I will always consult something that is faster and smarter than me. Okay. Order. Okay, so ChatGPT. Reconcile the information from this link sent to me and the official Google developers website and other adjacent links. Does the Keep Android Open website communicate the correct information from the Google or does the interpret the Google developers website correctly? If so, are the rationales the Keep Android Open website justified? While that thinks, I will keep these two links open, and I will... What would I do if YouTube asked me to verify my age? No data, what do you mean? What would I do if YouTube asked me to verify my age? Yeah, bro, Wolfenstein 2 Platinum is known for being the hardest Platinum to get. Crash 4, not. They are both challenging, I'll give you that. But I will try to definitively rank them towards the end. What would I do if YouTube asked me to verify my age? I'd do it. Well, it depends on the method of how they would get my age. I don't know. I'd be restricted from age restricted content, but those don't. I don't know how often sometimes YouTube gives me the age restricted disclaimer, but I don't see that often anymore. Either because the disclaimer is inconsistent, or I don't watch that much age-restricted content. Maybe I just wait it out, and then if I miss out too much on age-restricted content, then I'll verify it. Crash 4 just got too much BS, LOL. Indeed. A lot of relics, regular and inverted. Yeah. Would I ever get the Samsung Trifold? Maybe if I can be convinced into adopting a more seamless Android ecosystem than Apple, because I need to harmonize my phone, my tablet, and my computers, plural, PC and laptop. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Crash 4 Platinum doesn't ask you to do a 4-hour no-death run, but still, yeah. 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 Next, inquiry. By the way, I think all of these inquiries were from the same person. Will the hype for AI decrease in the next 10 years? Absolutely not. It continues to grow because I feel like more people will realize that your efficiency and AI work hand in hand. Using AI is like it's like having the friend or assistant you never had. Is talking to AI as primary social interaction fine? If you don't have as immediate access to real people, I guess. But I'm lucky. I have people to talk to, and thus AI is not my primary social interaction. So conditionally, if you don't have as immediate access to real people as AI? Sure. It's good for, all these thought experiments and whatever. But I haven't done a lot of that because I heard AI is agreeable, or at least ChatGPT is. It's fine if you don't have immediate access to real people. Let's say that. Or willing people. Should we give prisoners AI access? Yes. Because why not? Next, would I pander my channel to skiing if my skiing content blew up? No, because then I'll have to... if my skiing content blew up, no. I don't think so. I don't have skiing content. It's outside my expertise, and it's outside my willingness and ability. Would I ever invest? Sure. Some really cheap stocks and just leave it, Nice job, Anthony Edwards. Okay. Have I listened to any album from start to finish this year completely? Oh. Hold on. 2026 album releases. Studio albums. Even the Devil Smiles, right? It just, okay, whatever. IDK, I've skimmed from start to finish. Jake, flipping, J. Cole, The Fall Off, I've skimmed from start to finish. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So, in short, 2 technically, but even then, not directly start to finish. Do I have an artist whose release I will be there for at launch time? Black Thought. That's it. When was the last time I've seen a flash mob? Never, I don't think. Oh, because we finished the inquiry. Nope. Let's see. Identify what Google's official materials actually state. I thought... Oh, no. This is what it's supposed to do. Let's see. All right. A brief. Well, according to ChatGPT Auto, as of today, I don't know. Bottom line assessment, partly. Whether keep Android. Where keep Android open. Okay, where it is, we'll skim it, right? What Google says, yeah. Where keep Android open is correct. A centralized Google-controlled registration regime is being created for certified Android devices. Identity verification and app registration requirements are real. The initial public wording on Google's main page strongly supported the inference that unregistered apps will be blocked on certified devices. The policy does create new friction and dependence on Google for off-play distribution, where keep Android open is inaccurate or overstated. 1. It will no longer be possible to develop apps for Android without first registering centrally with Google. Not correct. Google's own Q&A states that Android Studio is ineffective, and developers can continue to build, run, debug, and test locally using ADB, even if their identity is not verified. The restriction is on distribution to certified Android devices, not development itself. Paying a fee to Google as part of this new regime. This is directionally plausible, but too categorical in context. Google already charges a Play Console developer account fee, and Keep Android Open appears to be folding that into the broader registration burden. But the main Android developer verification page itself does not list a new universal verification fee for off-play developers, and Google later described a free limited distribution account for teachers, students, and hobbyists. Without distinguishing Play account fees from any separate Android developer console terms, the Keep Android Open wording is broader than the currently cited official documentation supports. Or is broader than the currently cited official documentation supports. Number 3, providing government identification. This is partly correct but overstated. Google says developers may also need to upload official government ID. That is different from saying all developers definitively must do so in every case. Google's later free limited distribution account proposal also expressly says some users would distribute to a limited number of devices without needing government ID. Number 4, uploading evidence of the developer's private signing key. This is imprecise. How can I link a ChatGPT conversation? Let me see. Copy link. And if I open that, where will it take me? Okay. Number 4, uploading evidence of the developer's private signing key. This is imprecise and potentially misleading. Google's official wording says developers must provide app signing keys to prove ownership of apps. The materials reviewed do not say developers must upload their actual private key itself. In public key cryptography, providing app signing keys could mean key metadata, certificates, or proof of control workflows, rather than surrendering the private secret key. Keep Android Open's phrasing suggests a more invasive requirement than the current official wording establishes. Listing all current and future application Number 5, listing all current and future application identifiers. This is partly inferential. Google does require app registration by package name, which supports the claim that app identifiers must be listed when apps are registered. But the phrase all current and future is broader than the reviewed official language. The official page says developers must provide app package name and app signing keys. It does not, in the quoted materials, specify the exact breadth or timing implied by Keep Android Open's phrasing. Number 6, sideloading is effectively gone, or Google approval is now required for any direct sharing. This is too absolute, given Google's later clarifications, and I am skimming this, and this is ultimately outside my area of expertise. Are Keep Android Open's rationales justified? A, rationale that the policy reduces Android's openness. Yes, substantially justified. B, let me skim this. Even accepting Google's security rationale, official policy moves Android towards centralized trust model. Before, direct installation depended on device settings and user consent. Under the new regime, installation on certified devices becomes conditioned on Google identity and app registration framework. Real reduction in practical openness. Rationale that the policy burdens independent, hobbyist, and alternative distribution ecosystems. Yes, though less absolutely than Keep Android Open suggests. Official materials concede this burden by promising a distinct hobbyist student account and later an advanced flow for experienced users. Those concessions make sense only because the baseline policy would otherwise create meaningful friction for small-scale and non-commercial distribution. So the concern is justified. The Keep Android Open presentation becomes less justified only when it treats those later qualifications as irrelevant rather than as material softeners. C, rationale that Google's security justification is fabricated or obviously illegitimate. No. Google has articulated a coherent security rationale. That does not prove the policy is the best or only solution, but it does mean the rationale cannot be dismissed as unsupported on the current record. Rationale that Google is imposing a universal or irrevocable lockdown. Am I pronouncing that? Irrevocable.
Irrevocable.
Irrevocable?
Irrevocable.
Irrevocable. Irrevocable.
Irrevocable. Sorry. Irrevocable lockdown. Stronger inference was not inventing that reading. I like tech, but I'm not a tech guy. This is for tech guys. I ultimately, yeah. So, final reconciliation. Keep Android Open is correct about the policy's core architecture. Justified is not fully accurate when it describes the change as if development itself becomes impossible without registration. Okay, well, that answered my question and reached the limits of my knowledge. Mentions. CS2 green trust factor reduces cheater presence to once in a blue moon. Oh, if there are thoughts, Android locking down, I guess good, because what I saw on the Google developers website didn't entirely jive with the Keep Android Open petition. That website particularly. Maybe there are other links, but if somebody wants to press me on the other links, I'll discuss it in the next podcast episode. Next, CS2 green trust factor reduces cheater presence to once in a blue moon. What is the question I should ask Google? Does CS2 trust factor reduce cheater presence? According to Google AI Overview, yes, the CS2 trust factor system. CS2 trust factor system is designed to reduce the presence of cheaters in your matches, or by grouping players with similar high reputation and positive behavior together. Okay, that's a guide. Where are the official notes? Okay, yeah, sure, I believe it. Next, futuristic concepts from back then were more colorful than the same concepts we see now? Futuristic concepts from back then. I don't know how far we... Retrofuturism? Whoa. Ein Rieshotel. Work of 1898. Hotel on tracks. Not far off. We have trains that can accommodate such amenities, right? Retrofuturism. Retrofuturism. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool, actually. Yeah. Retrofuturism. I do see a lot of colors. And current depictions of future cities and technology. That's... If you were to strictly compare these two styles, yeah. It's vibrant. I see a lot of bright lights, but colors? Now that's dystopian. Interesting. Some basis to this mention. Next, thoughts. What is gain of function research? I've heard that before, and it just came up to me somehow, somewhere. What is gain-of-function research? Gain-of-function research. Okay, let's look at the Wikipedia. Gain-of-function research is medical research that genetically alters an organism in a way that may enhance the biological functions of gene products. Oh, for example, influenza B can only affect, or excuse me, can infect only humans and harbor seals, introducing a mutation that would allow influenza B to infect rabbits in a controlled laboratory situation would be considered a gain-of-function experiment, as the virus did not previously have that function. Interesting. Well, that's it. Next. Dave! Big Dave. Spoiled myself again with the star ratings. But let's go. We had the... What did we have? The New Beginning in Osaka? No, did that already happen? I don't remember. We had Elimination Chamber, that's right. El Phoenician. First, we got first stars. Ah, here we go. Day 1 of the 2026 New Japan Cup. Wow. Okay. New Japan Cup 2026 first round match. Don Fale defeats Aaron Wolf. Half a star. Consensus. House of Torture Shenanigans. Yep, House of Torture. House of Torture. Okay. New Japan Cup first round match. Yuya Uemura defeats Great Okan. 3 stars. Oh, that's it. I thought there was more. Well, this looks like a start. Oh, yep. I saw Brian Alvarez talk about Kevin Knight losing twice in one night. This is his first loss. AEW World Title match. MJF defeats Kevin Knight. 4.5 stars. Do we have a story here? Where is Kevin Knight from? Atlanta. Really? I didn't know that. I thought he was from the East Coast. Or, the Northeast. Trick Williams is from South Carolina. Cool. Okay. Tag match. Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy defeat the Dogs. The Dogs? They don't, they have strayed away from Bullet Club War Dogs now? Okay, I don't know the story behind that. A 6-minute match. Receiving 3.5 stars. Wow, okay. And David Finlay debut. Brawling Birds defeat the Inspiration. No. They got squashed, didn't they? Weren't they just signed? What's their best match? What? Their best match is an Elimination Chamber tag match. That was a multi-woman tag match. Okay. A squash match? Hangman Adam Page? Look at that. Hangman Adam Page won once and lost, but Kevin Knight, though. AEW Continental Title Eliminator match. Jon Moxley defeats Hechicero. 4 stars. Tekla Thunder Rosa. AEW World Trios title match. The Don Callis family defeat Jet Set Rodeo. 4.5 stars. This means that this is Mark Davis's first title in AEW, and it means that Okada and Kyle Fletcher are double champions now. Previously international and TNT. Yeah. So that's Dynamite. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Gunther defeats Dragon Lee. Surprise, I think an unplanned unmasking and then a win from Gunther. El Grande Americano, that's Chad Gable, defeats Rayo Americano with Tyler Bate and Ludwig Kaiser. Why didn't they just keep him Marcel Bartel? I like Marcel Bartel. Okay. Intercontinental title match. Penta defeats Dominic Mysterio. 3.5 stars. That means Dominic Mysterio remains one champion, the AAA Mega Champion. What is this? Wow. Wait, how much Honor Club? AR Fox? An AW International title match on Ring of Honor? I don't know who... When it comes to Ring of Honor, I don't know who wrestles where. Christopher Daniels? He hasn't wrestled... Yeah, he hasn't wrestled since the Texas Death Match. Adam Priest and Tommy Billington. Adam Priest is exclusively more of... I don't know what he is. I'm confused. I guess they've been relegated more to ROH. I don't know. I don't know. Next. Let's pull up my Elimination Chamber ratings, but I already know. Okay. Alright. Elimination Chamber. WWE Women's Title #1 Contendership Elimination Chamber match. Rhea Ripley defeats Alexa Bliss and Asuka and Kiana James and Raquel Rodriguez and Tiffany Stratton. I gave this 3.5 stars. Dave gave it 3.5 stars. Next match. AJ Lee, or WWE Women's Intercontinental Title match. AJ Lee defeats Becky Lynch. 3 stars. I gave it 2 3/4 stars. WWE World Heavyweight Title match. CM Punk defeats Finn Balor. Who thought Finn Balor would get the title here? I don't know. 4 1/4 stars. I gave it 4 1/4 stars. Forgot to tell you I platinum 2 of the hardest games, Metal Gear Rising and Mirror's Edge. You did that? You enjoy pain. You enjoy pain, but I mean it's cool just to see somebody just go through the gauntlet of hard things. Pause. And finally, Men's Elimination Chamber match. Undisputed WWE title, #1 contendership Elimination Chamber match. Randy Orton defeats Cody Rhodes. I thought Cody Rhodes would win, but I wanted Randy Orton to win. Randy Orton defeats Cody Rhodes and Javon Evans and LA Knight and Logan Paul and Trick Williams. 4 stars. I gave this 4.25 stars. There were some cool moments. Logan Paul basically took over Bronson Reed's role. There's the disconnect here. Yes, LOL, you got Super Meat Boy Platinum, you got more pain. It was so painful that I never attempted a Platinum trophy like that ever again. Squashing Finn clean? It was not a squash. It was a 20-minute match. There was some back and forth here. I saw the match. What? Dragon Lee versus Jack. I saw this. AAA World Cruiserweight title #1 contendership match. Dragon Lee defeats Jack Cartwheel. 8 minutes, 4.25 stars. We got Jack Cartwheel's making some headway in AAA. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is WWE opening it up more to, okay. What is this? Is this a... Okay. Torneo de Escuelas 2026 final 3-way elimination match? Tournament of Students? Escuela? School? Of schools. Okay, so they're the students. Ray Pegasus, and Ray Pegasus and Tornado defeat Estudiante Junior and Feroz, and Pantera Junior and Psychotic. 4 stars. CMLL World Women's Title #1 contendership match. Persephone defeats Olympia. 3.5 stars. Claudio Castagnoli still defending the CMLL World Heavyweight title. CMLL World Heavyweight title 3-way match. Claudio Castagnoli defeats Akuma and Euphoria. 4 stars. How about this? Oh, was this upgraded? This was promoted. I see. Okay, when I looked at this earlier, this is 4.5. Hair versus hair match. Angel de Oro defeats is it Johnny Consejo? 4.75 stars. I've never heard of John Morrison performing like that, so interesting. Did Crash 4 Platinum make me crash out? Sometimes. Because there was so much of it, and a lot of it was really difficult. Sometimes it did. Yeah, we'll add that. We'll rehash that at the end. Did Crash 4 Platinum make me crash out? Alright, let's look at this. This is, Fantastica Mania. Day 7. Relevos Increíbles 6-man tag team match. Atlantis Junior, and Ryusuke Taguchi defeat Cozy Max, Okumura, and Satoshi Kojima. And Hechicero, 4 stars. That was a mouthful. Singles match. Templario defeats Ultimo Guerrero. 3.75 star. Fantastica Mania. CMLL World Light Heavyweight title match. Mystico defeats Soberano Junior. 4.25 stars. Now, the new beginning. USA. Singles match. David Finlay defeats Fred Rosser, a.k.a. Darren Young. 3 stars. Oh, shoot. New Japan Strong Openweight title match. Oreg Boruchin defeats Tomohiro Ishii. 4 stars. Trenton, New Jersey. That's 5-6 hours from where I am. How about this? AEW national title match, even though I feel like the international title does the same thing. Ricochet defeats Taiji Ishimori, 4 stars. Tag match, El Desperado and Kushida defeat Busta and the Brain, 3 3/4 stars. New Japan World Television title match, El Fantasmo wrestles Konosuke Takeshita to a time limit draw, 4 1/4 stars. And then they started back up. Konosuke Takeshita defeats Phantasmo, 4 1/4. Well, it's the same match, but yeah. IWGP Tag Title match, Knockout Brothers defeat Gates of Agony, 3 3/4 stars. IWGP Women's Title match, Shiori defeats Athena, 4 1/2 stars. And finally, IWGP Global Heavyweight Title match, Yota Tsuji defeats Andrade El Idolo, 4 3/4 stars. You know, all this, everything. Hold on. How long was he in WWE again? Since the 2024 Royal Rumble, and his highlights are relegated to the Royal Rumble, the ladder match, tag matches with Rey Fenix. Yeah. And already back in AEW, he's got a Swerve Strickland and a Kenny Omega match under his belt, and this forgot about that, but I'll pick up on that. And then he's got a IWGP Global Heavyweight Title contendership. I mean, wow. Saw that. What else? Fantastica Mania again. World Historic Light Heavyweight Title match, Averno defeats Atlantis Junior, 4 stars. Singles match, Mascara Dorada defeats Hechicero, 4 1/2 stars. Hechicero's been working overtime, right? Yeah, this guy is crazy. Next. Dynamite. Did I review this? Yeah, I already did. But there was also a Collision taping that was lumped into that Dave reviewed later. Okay, 8-man tag match. Death Riders defeat the Don Callis family, 4 stars. Andrade El Idolo defeats Tomohiro Ishii, 4 1/2 stars. And that's it. Dave. Oh, Spotify top 10, but I forgot to load Spotify. Let me load Spotify. Where's the Spotify top 50? Here we go. Boom. Wow. Yep, Harry Styles dropped a new album. All right, here we go. Well, that means I have a new suite. What are you doing? Now I have a new suite of songs to listen to. Number 10, Harry Styles, The Waiting Game.
You can romantically clown. Games go by.
Number 9, Harry Styles, Aperture. Jersey Club. Number 8, Harry Styles, Coming Up Roses.
Just for counting my wounds.
Number 7, Bad Bunny, Debut Tirar, Mas Photos.
A la última vez, yo estoy en PR tranquilo. Y votar con abuelo todo el tirar más. Gente los quiero.
Number 6, Harry Styles, Taste Back. Number 5, Bruno Mars, Risk It All.
I'll do anything. I'm trying nothing I won't do. It's crazy. But
Number 4, Harry Styles, Are You Listening Yet? Oh man, I would love a more electronic version of this. That's not bad. I can just picture the EDM, but on its own merits, I would vibe to that passively in a clothing store. Number 4, Pantheress and Zara Larson, Pink Pantheress and Zara Larson, Stateside.
I'm going stateside. You're nice, so I said you can.
I actually like that. Number 2, Harry Styles, Ready, Steady, Go.
is one too many to call it
Number 1, Harry Styles, American Girls.
perfect timing. The American girls don't deny. American girls, love with the American girls.
Okay, that's the Spotify top 10. And this. TikTok 10 swipes. The copyrighted catchphrase, this cesspool of an app.
Died on in a divorce proceeding.
So many. So many hills.
Aside from the toaster.
There's a chapter in my book called The Case of the Incredible Shrinking Penis. And
One,
it tells the
go!
story
I'm
of the
clicking on
dumbest
it,
tale
go
I've ever
down!
seen.
Hey, Kisei, why are you wearing your uniform?
One.
You're not playing today.
Huh?
We've got star players from all the middle schools here, but even among them, you're on a whole different level.
Seriously, coach?
2,
Deadbeat.
Mr. No Food in the House
Forgot her birthday.
Why is he just standing there?
Hey, why don't you guys order a pizza? There's not a scrap of food in the joint. I'd like to take you shopping for a prom dress.
Oh, that is so sweet. I wish my dad would do something like that. I love him.
Thank you.
oh, 3.
Take your fucking hand out from under your jacket. Do it.
All right, listen up. Carefully. My hand is wrapped around a fucking 357 Magnum with 158 grain hollow points that'll leave a hole you can put your fucking fist through. You want to see your loved ones tonight? Get in your car, put it in gear, and drive the fuck away.
We know where to find you.
That goes both ways.
Listen, asshole, take a hike. Come on, man. Time to go. Hey, yo, that's my juice.
Anybody got the time?
All right, listen, mister, I told you.
So
4.
I feel like not enough Americans have any idea what's going on between us and Iran because American media fails to give historical context and they just use lightning words like war, Iran, Middle East, bombs, missiles. And I'm like, okay, queen. Sure. So I'm going to explain it in a way that makes sense, and I'm going to tell the truth. So the government that runs Iran today exists partly because of something that we did decades ago. So back in 1953, Iran actually had a democratically elected government, meaning that their people voted for their leader the same way that we do. But that government tried to take control of its own oil instead of letting foreign companies like us profit from it. And the United States was like, and we overthrew them. So we replaced their democracy with a dictator called the Shah. And this happened whether the people of Iran liked it or not. And hint, They didn't like it. But the CIA had essentially looked at Iranian democracy and said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. We can't have that. So for the next couple of decades, the Shah ruled Iran. Sorry if you see me itching myself. There's mosquitoes out here. But the Shah ruled Iran with U.S. backing until 1979 when the Iranian Revolution happened. So basically, huge uprising. The people overthrew their government and finally removed him and created the government that Iran has today. So I know what some people are going to say. Some people are going to be like, but Iran's leadership today is oppressive, so isn't this a good thing that we're going to war with them? No. War is never good, okay? It's not our jobs to be Captain Savo, first off. But yes, Iran restricts women's rights. They crack down on protests, political opposition. That's real. That's not propaganda per se. But what's important is that their government exists today, coming out of a 1979 revolution, which only happened because we overthrew their democracy.
May investigate further.
I
5.
finished the last cigarette in my hand. Then I walked into a rehab center. The moment I stepped inside, they shaved off my long hair.
Ale po chuj z tobą. Możesz wyjść. Drzwi są zawsze otwarte.
No gender differences here. Everyone gets shaved. It was to prevent self-harm when cravings hit. There were no high walls, no limits on personal freedom. But the ones who entered, none of them wanted to escape. Newcomers ranked lowest. We handled the dirtiest and hardest work. Good behavior meant promotion. One mistake sent you back to the start. The hardest days were the first few. Every craving felt like bones being torn apart and put back together. When I was about to break, I pulled out my girlfriend's photo. Them people couldn't hold on and chose to give up. I refused to end here. I started running like mad. My body was already drained. I couldn't finish half a lap. I collapsed, coughing hard, down on my knees. The instructor told me to go home and wait it out. The next second, I stood up and kept running. As long as belief remains.
6.
Becker, why don't you feed your kids? You're just a Trump supporting
Kids look orange like Donald Trump. So this family here reached out to me and asked me if I could help them get their overgrown lawn taken care of. As I was mowing the property, I had a little situation with one of the neighbors. Once I get to the front yard, you can see the neighbor kind of in the background, standing on the sidewalk, just watching me mow the front. Once I got done mowing, I went to go put the mower in the trailer, and then that's when she approached me and told me that I didn't do a very good job. She also told me that the homeowners wouldn't be happy with me because she was sure that they were paying me good money to do this job. At first, I didn't know what she was talking about, so I asked her, I said, Ma'am, what are you referring to? And she had pointed at some grass in the front yard that I had missed. That's when I just politely told her, ma'am, I'm not done yet. And then she kept going on and on about how I left grass, I didn't do any trimming.
7.
What's in your bag? Oh, condoms.
8.
Your bra was sticking out. 1/10 off because her bra was sticking out.
The girl showed her bra straps during the national...
9. Doesn't count.
Now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Randall, there is a cow outside.
This is a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside.
Do you know who I am? Your mom.
Once I make my move.
10.
Are you ready?
The flip is... I'll answer these inquiries, these final inquiries mentioned during the podcast episode. Your turn. Rank these platinum trophies by ascending difficulty. Wolfenstein 2, Crash 4, Super Meat Boy. Easy. Crash 4, Wolfenstein 2, Super Meat Boy. Done. Did Crash 4 Platinum make me crash out? At points, yes. Yes, it did. And that's the podcast. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.